Well, hello, everyone. This is Wilson Cole, and I'm president of Adams, Evans, and Ross and Backdoor Hiring Solutions. And I want to take a moment and discuss some unique weirdness in some of the different states. And when we talk about state, not all things are equal. Some states are more collectible than others. I wanted to take a few moments just to give you a flavor of what we're talking about. And I'm going to run through it fairly quickly, and you can probably go in and find on each one of these videos that I've done over the last 30 years that break it down. But number one of my all-time favorites is in the state of New Jersey, you have to be licensed as a staffing or recruiting firm. We're not talking about your corporation, Secretary of State, or an entity or whatever. You have to be specifically licensed staffing and recruiting firm in New Jersey. Also, South Carolina. Two things in South Carolina. It's a non-garnishable state, so it makes it very difficult to actually collect if you sue in South Carolina. But one of the interesting things about South Carolina is there are damages if you knowingly don't pay a staffing or recruiting firm. So that bar is a little lower. You know, I've done this for 33 years. We've sent out 8,000 lawsuits to forwarding attorneys. I've only seen triple damages 2, maybe 3 times. But South Carolina has it on specifically. If you don't pay a recruiter or a staffing firm, then it can be tripled if you knowingly don't pay them. The other one that has been for a while, but we're seeing it jump up in the courts a little bit more, is in Massachusetts. If you don't have a signed contract, their system says you don't have an agreement. Now, we sue in Massachusetts all the time, and it's only a problem if they bring it up as a defense. But just understand, in the state of Massachusetts, it's a problem. In the state of Illinois, there is a ruling about a year ago, and we kind of give you a little bit on it. It was 2 recruiters arguing for the same fee. The courts ruled that if you set up the interview, you're not owed a fee. Now, the uniqueness about that is you say, okay, well, there's 2 recruiters. I can see where that's argued. What defense attorneys are now, is there that statement on backdooring hiring your candidate? You present a candidate, they snag them, they run off and start setting up the interviews with you. They point to that clause and say, you didn't set up the interviews. And in the state of Illinois, we now have a ruling that says, there's not an interview, no fees are owed. So just some weirdness like that. Second state that this is probably a little wider known, but if you go down to Florida, you can owe a gazillion dollars. But you can go down to Florida, you can buy a house, and I forget what the look is, it may be 6 months or 12 months, but you can go pay cash for that house. 6 months or a year bankruptcy, houses are not garnishable or foreclosable by creditors unless it's a creditor that owns the mortgage. The mortgage holder can always foreclose. But individual creditors, if they're down in Florida and they've got a $5 million house, you can't touch it unless you're the government or the original mortgage holder or lien holder on that property. So each state is uniquely different, and this is why we have 70 attorneys, that if we have to sue in California, we're going to use a California attorney that's litigated for us for 29 years. We're going to use a Florida attorney that's litigated for us for 14 years. But more importantly, knowing these things, a lot of times we know where the weaknesses are through the collection process, and the debtor's attorney doesn't know. If we're dealing with an Illinois attorney that's just a single practitioner, or even a larger law firm, they may not have that specialty knowledge. Or we're dealing with a New Jersey attorney, and our client's not registered or may not know that. So having that information, closely held in the background helps resolution in their client informed. If we can help you with any collections, visit us at staffingdebt.com. Book an appointment with me or one of our staff attorneys. If you want us to find backdoor hires for you, book a demo. Go to backdoorhires.com. Look forward to talking to you. Hey guys, it's Wilson again, and this video was brought to you by Adams, Evans, and Ross. And if you like the video, please make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also like the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those below as well. If you'd like to learn more about our company, please visit our website at staffingdebt.com. And also remember, if there's no collection, there's absolutely no cost at all.